Big pressure.
Just gonna go for you, baby. Yeah, we're over there. When you
Listen.
So what? You made a fucking mint out of planning power adverts. I got fucked all. It was the man at the end of it that made me laugh. Respect, man.
What happened to him?
Just another victim of Kid Paradise. I'll tell you what, I think that tastes even sweeter now. Why?
He knows where the store is.
What's it? It's got like this. He'll be fuming. You know what he's like? He's a blue merchant. Yeah,
in the wilderness. Off the record.
Deep off the record.
I presume so, right? Yeah, a little bit. We'd like to
We don't
win a coin or two, don't we?
I don't think I'm going to put it on.
Yeah.
Gordon said it's not going to look like a traditional tour.
Where is it like? In Blackpool?
I think maybe 7 over.
I can do a bit of that. Okay.
Not going to be an American, is it?
No. Feels I'm glad not to go to World Cup with that fucking idiot in the place.
Won't let you win.
No, the amount of anti-Trump tweets.
I will say.
It's like a fucking affliction. I'm so sad.
When you bring your application now, you've got to put your social media accounts.
I've already got one though.
Yeah,
but I know what you say, yeah.
You get in there, like Jay, it's just once you that's when
Come out in a box.
Everything's going to be part of the Santa. That's a love child.
There's some head scratches get there when you go through your hotel.
You're not wrong.
Who is this guy?
Oh my dad.
He looks like he's
High on life, kid.
come down and see the lady.
No.
Yes, yeah.
Past, present, future.
Everyone's doing
What are you doing, Richard?
It's a bit upsetting when you're not anywhere like you know what I mean? It's like New York.
Have you been to America?
Well,
Oh, sorry. Are you? You're Trump.
although I was one of the others.
This one's a
No. That's what we all like Mexican. You know, because then like you kind of get
You grew up there?
Yeah, it was one of the birds that was that's why I always annoy Scotty and my because I genuinely love the other. That's why when he wears the thousand albums,
He does it. I've seen him in that.
I want to bond with him.
It's a beautiful. That's a love chat.
He does.
Bit unfair to silly men. Oh no, tell me about it, Phil.
Far better.
Leaving it
No,
at
no.
2-0 isn't ready, innit?
Let's wait through on that.
All's well that ends well. Yeah, that one, right.
No, I do like him. BBC's Restream. BBC's Restream.
That's what they do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he has.
That's excellent.
What? What do you want now?
That's why for you, isn't it? It's a strange move.
Surprised they have you, mate.
I'm too strange for that guy.
It took a long time to turn around.
Good finish in the end. You'd scored that much easier header to make it 3-0.
Yeah, we would have all, yeah. Would have helped us all out, 5-1.
Oh wait, I've left my coat up there.
Okay.
To come here was an horrendous 10 minutes. And then also,
taking out of water.
You're quite handsome, Prince. With me?
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, you need to be engaging. I think what the gaining on I can't choose the other.
Just in a really good state.
Understated way, but like communication as well. Yeah, exactly.
Hi guys. Okay, start with Dan when we're ready. Go on.
Afternoon, Michael. After the wins against City, Arsenal, does this win perhaps feel most significant, especially, you know, with the team's struggles this season against teams like Fulham?
Listen, I'm not sure it's more significant, but I think I understand why you're kind of asking it. That's probably not to that extreme, but I knew today was going to be really a tough game. You know, you're kind of getting questions all week, and people expecting, you know, what you're going to do about breaking down a low block and teams that come in. Fulham was never going to do that. They've showed that this is a really, really good team. So we knew today was going to be a big challenge, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't going to go smoothly. And even at 2-0, they were 5-1 down against City and ended up coming back to 5-4. So we kind of knew that in going into the game. And I think the character to show that once we've had that big setback, it was a huge setback, and in 90th minute or whenever it was, to do that on the back of what we did last week off a setback, is probably the most pleasing thing, to keep the belief, keep the confidence. Listen, the rest of the game, we can play better at times, we can do things a lot better in certain moments, but I can't fault the players. The spirit is taking us through today, and it's a good feeling when it does.
Talk about confidence. How much do you think confidence for Benjamin Šeško after getting that winner? Because he has not had a lot of games in the last few weeks, but for him that must have been a memorable day.
Huge moment. I'm so pleased. Everyone in the changing room, players, staff, absolutely delighted from him, and the reception he got when he came back in the change room kind of told us everything. He's even confident, to be honest. The confidence, it wasn't so much that. I think he's been fantastic. We've worked with him a lot in different ways over the last couple of weeks. He's been bright in training. He's looked dangerous. He's done extra. The coaches have done a lot of bits from on the side, and Trav particularly, he's done a lot of work one-on-one with him. And Ben's a big talent, you know, and he's got so many positive things. And today's a huge goal, because that feeling, you kind of, as a striker, you're here to score a win in front of the Stretchford end late like that. It's kind of what you dream of, really. And after missing a chance, which is what it is for strikers, miss chances, to go again and put that away, absolutely so pleased for him. He really deserves it.
Michael, since Ruben left, there's been a lot of talk externally about the Manchester United DNA and what that is, and whether you can reconnect it. And some people laugh at that and say it isn't anything. But when Manchester United score at Old Trafford in injury time, that feels like Manchester United. That is Manchester United. Is that how you see it?
It's the best feeling, I have to say. Yeah, some of the best moments here that I've been lucky to be part of. The game, you can dissect the performance, and there's pluses and there's not. When you get a moment of the elation and the excitement like that, it's for me, there's no better place, you know, in front of the Stretchford end like that. It's and it ends up meaning more. I think people leave here with more than just, oh, you know, United won today, and it kind of puts layers on top of that, and the connection and the feeling, the emotion. It's why we all love it so much, and especially the supporters. So it goes a long way, you know. There's been plenty. The excitement, that's part of this club, and it's not always the easiest way, but we'd like to win games a little bit more comfortably than that. But certainly when they come along, it's pretty special.
Michael, you've played a lot of games like that here that end dramatically and end with a late winner. I'm just wondering what it's like to manage in one. How do the emotions differ, kind of being on the touchline to being on the pitch?
Yeah, slightly different. I think when you're in the thick of it, and as a player, you're right in the moment, and you don't always see the bigger picture. You know, you're a little bit differently in terms of attachment to the game. But I was pretty calm all the way through. Disappointed, obviously, with the second goal, but I was aware there was still 8 minutes to go at that point when they scored. And if anything, I was thinking there's a long time to go, and we still had the players on the pitch at that point that I think could really make the difference for us. So I was still really positive that I thought we'd find a moment. And listen, when it's hard to hold your kind of your emotions together when the goal goes in like that. So I think we all celebrated when that went in. But yeah, I did feel we'd have a moment. We tend to, in them type of games, you always have a moment. It's just whether you can take it, and Ben certainly did that from Bruno's great work down the right.
Paul? Like, you talked about being calm there. You do seem quite calm throughout the whole game, and is that important to you to kind of like project that to the players, and do you think they kind of feed off that as well?
Yeah, listen, there's times to be calm, there's times to be emotional, and there's times to be angry, there's times to be upset, there's times, you know, that is part of the game, and I think it can't be underestimated that you've got to bring that emotion at times. But certainly that composure and that calmness for the players to be able to think clearly. It's getting the balance, you know, and I think we've got the balance pretty well over the last 3 games of playing with that bit of fire and bit of hunger, and but making good decisions as well. And I'm not sure we all made good decisions when that goal went in terms of how we celebrated, but it's that's what you strive for, you know. That's why we all love the game, for moments like that. So when they do come, you've got to make the most of them.
Jamie, and then last one for Gav.
Michael, everything that you're touching is turning to gold. Can it continue to the end of the season?
Oh, listen, we've all been in this game a long time, you know, and you never take anything for granted at all. We can perform better than what we did today, I think. Well, that's credit to Fulham being such a good team. So I'm sitting here and thinking it's a good sign. We feel we can get better. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden we get better and we keep winning games. You know, I think understanding what got us to this point is important, and the hard work and the kind of work for each other that the lads are certainly putting in. I think that's important. But listen, I'm not getting carried away. It's great when you're in a position and you're winning games for sure, but it doesn't mean you necessarily just win the next one. So we'll have another good week and prepare for that.
Does the ceiling for this team, how good it could be, excite you? It seems like a talented bunch. You know, can you see?
No, there's huge talent within the team. I think we showed that in this short space of time in different ways, and big goals and some great play. I think consistency and over a game even in terms of with the ball, without the ball, and in moments that we'd like to look a little bit better. That's normal, but that's up to us to try and put that in place, you know. But the boys are they're desperate to learn, desperate to keep improving, and you always feel you got a chance in the game when you got players on the pitch can produce moments. So the more of them, the better for me.
Hi Michael. I think Kobbie Mainoo had a brilliant performance today. I just wondered what you thought of his performance. He's obviously played well in the previous two, but today I think it was a big step up. How important do you think he is, just going into leading, being a key leader in the club's future?
Yeah, I think Cobbie's performance was very, very good today in so many ways. Again, I think you could say that the way Fulham played and overload the middle at times and the movements, and there was a lot of work for Cobbie and Cassie to do, in particular in the middle of the pitch. So that was without the ball, and I thought he done terrific in that. And then with the ball, just that I've spoken about it before, about the ability to just cope. You know, he's not really fazed by it. He plays his game and he understands what's needed, and it's the moments of quality. It's kind of what we come to expect from him in many ways, and what I kind of come to expect. But you forget how young he is still, and you know he's still got loads to come. But seeing him today and playing with that kind of confidence and a belief is a real joy to watch. To be honest, for any young player.
One more for Craig.
You've touched on Kobbie there, Michael, but another player you've brought back in is Harry Maguire as well. I noticed in the wake of the goal where everyone was celebrating, Harry actually ran to you guys to be part of that sort of tactical conference, if you like. How big has his rate of reduction been, and can it be timely in a World Cup year, perhaps?
Yeah, I haven't given the World Cup so much thought, to be honest, just yet. But yeah, listen, we've got some really good centre backs at the club, you know, and obviously a couple of young ones on the bench today, which have got big futures hopefully at this club. So we just felt at the time we came in, I thought our experience was important. And the other two boys, as I say, will have a lot of games and a lot of performances in their career here, because they've got really bright futures. But Harry's came in after playing not a lot of football really, and came into it and done ever so well. He is what he is, you know. He's such a big presence, and been there, seen there, done it as well. Similar, I think that helps within the group when we've got some young players who are still learning. So I think he's had a big influence with that, and just that composure, as I say, to understand the moments and not be fazed by it. Being a big presence there with him and Leacher, particularly at the back, of give us the foundation to build on. So listen, see what the future holds in terms of World Cup. But when he's like that and the way he's played, he's certainly one of the best for me.
Thanks everyone.
All right, cheers guys.
Thank you.
This looks like they lost 10 minutes. Yes.
1 second.
who would like to start behind you, or should we start with Sky Sports?
Good evening.
Thank you, Mark. What's your overall feeling after that kind of rollercoaster?
Emotional game, good game of football, with different moments. I really like the way we built our offensive moments. Man United tried to press us high, but the way you were able always to break that pressure and being brave, quality, good dynamic to break it was impressive, was very good from us, I have to say. First half we lacked a little bit of more objectiveness in the third attack. We arrived with the ball there always, allowing Man United to drop there around their box. You have a little bit of lack of objectiveness, more creativity in that moments to create, because if you arrive there it's for one reason, we show the quality to arrive, but after that we have to show more quality, more creativity to break them down, that moments. And the story of the first half was that, okay, Man United has good moments as well. In the beginning it was a little bit more difficult for us to press them where we wanted to press. They took a little bit of control of the ball as well in some moments, not with big chances as well. I think first half not big chances. They score in a moment that difficult to talk about, and probably to don't go too much deep on that situation. Looking just for the free kick and looking for ourselves what we can control. Of course we have to defend much better, but the reason why the free kick was there was, my God. Second half, completely different story. The game, I think we took the control of the game. We switched off in one moment, and what a goal from Mateus in that ball that we lost, and we didn't close inside well, and we conceded the second. But what a way the team reacted! Great way the team reacted. We pushed Man United completely back. We saw the last 25 minutes. Man United defending, winning 2-0 at home, defending around their box in 15-20 meters, and even so we are able to create some good moments. We scored 2 goals. We have the disallowed goal by margins, and yes, after we lost a game, tough moment for us. Good goal from Man United, and this is the ambition of this team. When you score the goal, probably being a bit more mature, we gave feedback for the inside the pitch that of course Man United is going to react and is going to try to come again. Moment probably for us to be a bit more mature and to close out a bit more that space. We try to win the ball again. We try to press, and of course Bruno made a big assist in that situation. They scored tough. Probably I really believe that we deserve much more from the game in terms of result. But football is like that. But great performance from ourselves. Our second half was incredible good.
I appreciate you said you don't want to talk about the free kick too much that United got for the first goal, but were you given an explanation after the game or at half time from?
No, I'm going to give you my opinion and don't go too deep, because I've spoken enough already. The penalty was given, and bad decision from John Brooks. The penalty was given by the tackle on Cuenca, the Cuenca on the ball. Clear, the penalty was given by that. The pull that after they found the pull was 3-4 seconds before, the penalty was given by that moment. And was a really bad decision from John Brooks, because it was just ball and the ball went for a corner. And the feedback that we got on the touchline that moment, after review, that John Brooks is going to be on the screen because the VAR opinion was not a penalty in that tackle. And after came a completely different decision, and they gave a free kick for a pull, and it's the first time this season that the penalty was given by one incident, and the VAR decided by completely different incident and gave a free kick. It's the first time that we all have seen that this season, last season, 2 seasons ago. Let's see if it will come more in the future, because that I said, by the penalty, that tackle is a really bad decision from John Brooks.
Simon.
Marco, just on that, and also the offside goal, the amount of time that's taken, that's why we ended up with 9 minutes. Are you as a manager, are you bothered about that, the amount of time, or is it getting the decisions right? And you're obviously frustrated because you don't believe the first one was right, but is getting it right no matter how long it takes, is that more important?
I think the main thing from VAR is to correct things and to take it right. Definitely not to over-referee the game or to go in a different direction. They are there to help. Definitely the referees to take good decisions, and that is the idea behind the VAR. Of course, the offside goal is by margin, but happened with us this season already. Goals that they were against us that they were disallowed by margins, and the idea of the automatic offside help was to be a little bit quicker than it was, but okay, sometimes it's not easy, it's so tight, and we have to accept it. We cannot control, we have to accept it. For me, the first one is much more difficult to accept, definitely, because the feedback that we got it, and that was in that moment, and you follow football, we as a football people as well, I think all of the people that was in the stadium felt that the penalty was given by the tackle. I think is our feeling, and probably you don't disagree with me, and after VAR come with a completely different story. That is the thing more difficult to accept.
Just finally, Bridget, you touched on the game. If you look ahead to tomorrow, you know, you said it's like a normal day for you, but are you expecting any movement in the market?
About the market,
Tomorrow.
I don't know. As you expect, of course, all the focus was in our game. You have the right people to take care of it. We signed one player 2 days ago. Very good move from the club to replace Adama. We signed Oscar. He's going to be another player that is going to help us. He's going to give in some moments what we need in our third attack. And let's see. Now my focus really was total in this game, the great challenge ahead of ourselves, the great test that we had. Man United, after 2 big results for them, we expected a tough game that is always to play here against a team with great individual quality players that they can decide in any moment. The team reacted very well for all the many circumstances in the game. As you expect, a team that very confident after 2 big results, winning 1-0, 2-0, you expect, okay, the game is done, but the way the team reacted, the way the team pushed Man United back, the way the team controlled all that last 25-30 minutes in our offensive half was incredible good from ourselves, because we were able to push them completely back and not many chances in counter-attack, where you know that Man United is so strong with the space, with 50 meters behind any team, they are very strong, and this is my focus really, is what I can control. Back to market, if the board is, of course, we are trying to do something. If you are going to do, okay, will be good. If not, this group of players, they have been showing an incredible quality and commitment and attitude, and this is really my focus. We have Rodrigo coming back now. That is going to be a big help for us and for Raul as well, because all that energy that is putting on the pitch week by week is being incredible. But he needs help, and of course the situation of Oscar Bob, Kenny is coming back, Calvin back as well from the African Cup, and that is the big thing for me, and you have to move on even if you don't have news until tomorrow.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.